This is really important to know when you are starting your exit strategy and you are going gray rock on the narcissist. Because when the narcissist is not getting the responses that they're trying to get out of you, it will enrage them further. So whatever their usual strategies are to try to get you to react, they're going to definitely increase them, and they might get worse. It is worth going gray rock though, because this is how you separate yourself emotionally from the terrible things that they say or do, and you get into observation mode. So you're not absorbing it anymore. So gray rock is not a long-term solution. Gray rock is what you're going to implement to remove yourself from their abuse while you are in your exit strategy. It can be dangerous to your emotional and psychological health to stay in this gray rock state for an extended amount of time. So definitely be aware of what might happen when you do implement it. And
what is going on, beautiful people? Welcome to another episode of A Narcissist Explains. I am self-aware, diagnosed narcissist Lee Hammock, and I use my platform on social media of over a million people nowadays to raise awareness for NPD, get more people into therapy like myself, 4 years strong, 4 years strong, and also validate the victims and survivors of this disorder as well. This series is dedicated to just making my TikToks and my YouTube shorts longer. They are 60 seconds or less. This is going to be a lot longer than 60 seconds. I can guarantee you that one. So the one you just watched was about a great creator about narcissistic awareness and things like that. Her name is Heather Coleman Voss. I'm going to tag her in the comments. I'm going to tag her in the description and whatnot, so you can follow her stuff on YouTube and TikTok and Instagram as well. But she talks about gray rocking. If you don't know what gray rocking is, it's just pretty much emotionally detaching you and not reacting to the narcissist in your life. It works for short periods of time. This is not like a 5-year solution to stay in a relationship. This is like Heather said, this is planning an exit strategy to help you detach emotionally and mentally from this person in your life that is sometimes mentally torturing you, emotionally torturing you, and sometimes physically torturing you. Gray rock is just is described. Listen to it, y'all. Gray rock described is literally becoming a rock, becoming boring, detaching, not emotionally responding or reacting to the narcissist trying to trigger you. Because a lot of narcissistic people, we like to trigger you, because if we can trigger you, we can control you. And so if that's true, that means the opposite is true as well. If a narcissist cannot trigger you, they cannot control you mentally. Physically, who knows? You know what I mean? But mentally, that's why I tell people, when you're dealing with a narcissist, your reactions are your power. How you react or how you choose not to react is going to be one of your greatest powers against a narcissistic person. So gray rocking helps you detach emotionally from that person and emotionally from maybe the abusive aspect of your relationship. It helps you see clearly. You go into, instead of reacting, you go into observe mode, where you're analyzing the situation. You remove the emotional connection, the emotional attachment or whatever, slowly. And you go into observation mode, where you watch the narcissistic person in your life. You observe them and you see them for who they really are. You pretty much take off the rose-colored glasses and see that person for who they really truly are. And sometimes who they really truly are can be very, very astonishing to you. It can wake you up. You see a different version of them. And gray rocking, like I said, it works for a lot of relationships. Everybody's situation is going to be different. Sometimes you cannot gray rock out. Use discretion when you're gray rock, because when you start gray rocking and giving narcissists boring answers like yes, no, cool, whatever, super duper, that's amazing. When you become boring, sometimes they're going to view that as sarcasm and view you as they're going to know you're disconnected from them, and they can become enraged and try different ways to trigger you. They can put their hands on you if there's, they can try to trigger you that way. They can start saying stuff to the kids. They will try to trigger you another way. So use discretion. This is discretion. This is not going to work for everybody's situation. Everybody's situation is going to be different. And if you do end up separating for the narcissist, we'll talk about yellow rock later, but gray rock is when you're actively in a relationship with them and you're trying to detach from them. You're making, like Heather said, you're making up your exit strategy. You're planning a way of getting out of it. So in that situation right there, you have to lay out. You have to remain in your truth and in your power, because if you don't, on the other side of that, it's pain. It is. If you're going to stay in this situation, this is your life. I keep telling people this, this is your life. Look into this mirror and realize that this is your life. If you don't make change, if nothing changes if nothing changes. You know what I mean? So you have the ability to take back your power and your strength, and gray rocking is step one into doing that a lot of times. You said, I know people are going to ask me, like, how would you respond to gray rocking, Lee? See, I tell this to people all the time. The same information that is available to you as a codependent, as an empath, as a survivor or a victim of narcissism is available to the narcissist. So I know how I would handle gray rock. Gray rock, I would just, I would disconnect from you, have a whole silent house. You know what I mean? Or I would try different ways to trigger you. Your narcissists are going to try different ways to trigger you. Sometimes they're going to rage out on you. Sometimes they'll give you the silent treatment. Sometimes the narcissist will get very, very mean and just spew vitriol and hatred until they get an emotional response from you. And when they get an emotional response from you, they'll probably they might leave the room. Like when you start crying or something like that, they might just like, my job is done, and go gallivant off there on their day and sleep like a baby that night. You know what I mean? So people are going to react differently. Gray rocking is to protect you. Like I would hate to be gray rock. It would, especially if I didn't know what was going on, and because like an unaware narcissistic person, if you gray rock them, a lot of times this is not across the board, y'all. Because it doesn't work for everybody. An unaware narcissistic person, a lot of times when you gray rock them, they're going to think you being sarcastic, and like they're not going to know how to respond. Like, what is wrong with you? They're going to think you changed on them, and sometimes they might use the gray rocking. You gray rocking them, asking an excuse to go out and cheat or do something else. Like, I wasn't, like, why you cheat on me? You like, well, you weren't talking to me anymore. I feel like you were emotionally detached from me. You were gray rocking them, and they used that as an excuse to go cheat. But that just furthers the point that you need to leave that person. You need to keep making your exit plan, because if you just don't talk to them like you used to, and they go out and cheat, they use that as an excuse to go out and cheat. You're observing who they really are. You're not responding, you're observing, and you observe them for who they really are. You know what I mean? It's tough. Gray rocking is tough because it's hard to go from talking to somebody every single day to like trying to remove emotional connection and emotional responses to that person. It's tough. It's going to be tough. And we as narcissistic people are going to make it tough. We're not going to make it easy on you. Oh, you're gray rocking me? Cool. I understand you're gray rocking me. I'm going to leave you be. No. They're going to be like, why are you not talking to me? You so stupid. I knew you was dumb. I knew you were dumb. I knew you was stupid. Just like your mom. Just like your dad. That's when your dad walked out on you. That's when your mom used to hit you. That's when your mom didn't come to graduation. That's when your mom doesn't love you. They're gonna go for the vitriol that's coming, y'all. It's coming. So you have to, like, I know it's easier said than done, but sometimes you have to prepare for that type of stuff because I'm telling you, it's coming. If you don't believe me, check the narcissist, check the role. Because those narcissistic people are going to come for you. You know what I mean? They are. Yeah, so the time is, it really is crazy, y'all. The time are going to be, wow. It is. So as I say, you have to disconnect emotionally from people like that sometimes to be stronger and to stand in your truth and stand in your power. You have to. Like like Heather said, this is not a long time thing. You can't gray rock somebody for 3 years. It's going to drive. It's going to make you. It can mess with your mental health. It really can. It really can. So this gray rocking is for short bursts. I don't know what a short burst means to you, but it's not meant for 4, 5, 6 years, 10 years. It's not meant to do that. That's just like existing then. You know what I mean? So what I say is like you have to take back your power, stand in your truth and stand in your ability, because if you don't, this is your future. And a lot of people don't want to hear that, but like that's how it goes a lot of times. You know what I mean? So so if you have, I know if you have kids and you're trying to gray rock and co-parent, you can't gray rock because the narcissist is going to try harder and use the kids. Yellow rock is a little lighter than gray. It's lighter than gray, it's darker than gray. But you have to sometimes you have to communicate with people. So yellow rock means you only respond to communication about the kids and the parenting or whatever, whatever parenting you decide to do, parallel parenting, co-parenting, whatever you decide to do. Yellow rock is to emotionally disconnect so that you won't let them trigger you while trying to co-parent and things like that. You just got to take it day by day, step by step like that. You know what I mean? Just any type of response that you get from them that is not about the kids, don't engage with them. And do what you can. The best thing I can also tell you, do whatever you can do to funnel them into one means of communication. Be it email, be it just text message, just one form of communication. Don't leave them access to emailing you, calling you, texting you, Facebooking you, Instagramming you, Snapchatting you, TikToking you, you know what I mean, WhatsApping you. There's so many different ways they can mess with you. funnel it down to just 1 or 2 forms of communication that you can deal with, and that will help you out with your yellow rocking, gray rocking, whatever you're trying to co-parent. Well, anyways, y'all, thank y'all for tuning into another episode. Like and subscribe for more. Like, follow Heather Coleman Voss. Like I said, I'm going to mention her. She's in the description. I'm going to mention her. I'm going to link her page and stuff like that, and her TikTok and her Instagram and stuff. Y'all can check her out as well, and her YouTube. Anyways, y'all, thank y'all for tuning in. I really, truly appreciate y'all. Like and subscribe for more. Until this is out. Peace.